guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel.
Who is it?
Who is it? I feel like you're probably the only person in the world that needs no introduction.
Oh honey, I do.
The queen herself, Nikkie Tutorials is here.
Hi guys.
So exciting. So Nikkie is here in Australia. She's traveling with Mark Jacobs, which is so exciting, obviously.
Yeah.
How's it going so far?
Amazing. We just came out of Singapore.
Yes.
We're doing the SS trip, so we did Singapore, now it's Sydney, and after this it's Seoul.
Oh, it is all
It's all the S.
isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Did you see any Australian wildlife? Any of that
No,
stuff? Have
no.
you tried Vegemite? That was one thing everybody wanted to know.
Not yet.
Okay. Well, if you do, there's a way to do it. So I'll
Oh.
teach you later exactly how it's
Ooh.
done. But so today's video and the purpose behind today's video is we're going to be talking about some common makeup mistakes
Right.
a lot of us make.
Yeah.
And that's not pointing the finger, oh, you're doing your makeup wrong.
Not even mistakes, just different ways of applying makeup.
Ways to do it like a little bit differently, a little bit
Right.
better, a little bit more snatched.
A little bit more.
Am I snatchral?
You are.
Because it's a thing
You're
now.
doing the Scott Barnes right now. You're glowy and hoey. It's natural.
Glowy and hoey, that's so me. I went through all of the questions and the requests that you guys sent through. We've picked a handful of them and the amazing, incredible Nikkie Tutorials. Who, by the way, these hands have been on Kim Kardashian. Now you have to touch my eyes, baby. I don't know. But Nikkie's going to demonstrate some techniques and some tricks and stuff here on camera to show you guys a better, more snatched way of natural kind of makeup. So yeah, that's probably pretty much good. Let's jump into it, guys. So a lot of you guys sent in a lot of questions, and actually, Nikkie, one of the most popular questions that I got asked about was choosing your concealer shade and applying your concealer in a way and setting it so that it doesn't actually crease. Because I mean, your skin's perfect. You probably don't have issues with this, but many of us crease.
Far from perfect.
Lying.
Far from it.
So yeah, what like kind of tips do you have? Application tips? How to do it?
I mean, to find your shade, I always like do the double up. So the first color I go in with is like a warmish. I tend to go for like more yellow.
Yeah.
To warm up like the dark blue circles.
Yeah. Oh, and I have got them, girl.
Trust me, they're under here.
You can't tell.
So first I choose a shade like that. I pop that on, blend it in seamlessly, and then I highlight using a lighter shade to kind of counteract that.
Yep. To sort of cover up that yellow.
Exactly.
Yep. That warm around your
usually that works.
Yeah. Okay.
Usually.
Okay. And you've got the new Marc Jacobs concealer, which is exciting. This is actually my first time ever.
Girl, it's Facetune in a bottle.
Oh,
it is Facetune in a bottle. Okay, let's see the shades I have here.
We picked a few. So what's so special? What's so amazing about this concealer? Why
so this is exceptional. Can you hold this for me?
I can do.
This is exceptionally high coverage.
Ooh.
But it isn't thick.
Okay.
So a lot of concealers are. Oh, I thought I dropped it. A lot of concealers are super like thick.
Yeah.
And especially because this is a cream based. A lot of cream based concealers are trash.
Yeah, we can second that.
This is not. This actually sets it in a way that it looks like skin.
Okay.
And what's so good about it is you can pop it on top of clean skin with the finger and then blend it in and make it look seamless and perfect. But on top of a full coverage beat, it works too. And so what we're doing, so you have a base on.
Oh.
I've been wearing my base for a long time today too. And what's really nice about it is I was doing interviews all morning and my under eye started like looking
there is literally
questionable.
Like not one.
That's because I went back in with this.
It's this.
Okay, so we got 4 shades here.
4 shades. So I've got medium 30 and medium 33.
So these are like the warmish ones.
Warm ones.
I think this is the warmest out of all of them. This is 36.
Yep.
I feel like we can do 36 and then light it up with this one.
Love
so
it.
Trick number 1, people, find a warm shade and a highlight shade. And then and I dropped that and I killed the product.
I'm
sorry. So there's a lot of ways to apply this. You can do fingers, a brush, a sponge.
Basically the world is yours.
I don't even know. So what I like to do is just draw it onto the skin and then work it in with a sponge. I ain't got no sponge with me today, so a brush works too.
Brush will work too.
I look bald, by the way. I do have a lot of hair, just so you know.
I'm probably like a hot, shiny, oily.
No, you don't.
You're lying.
No, you don't. Don't worry. Okay, so look up for me. So I just pop it right into the crevice.
Oh, the crevice.
Underneath the eye. It
feels creamy when you put it on.
Like
it does feel.
Yeah, but not like overwhelming, right?
No.
If it does feel overwhelming, leave your concerns at markjacobsbeauty.com/concerns. So, dear people, see?
It's on.
The warm shade is on. Now look up for me, please. I'm just gonna use stamping motions. Me grabbing you, like don't move. Just gonna use stamping motions, up and down patting motions, to get that product in. And you don't need a lot of like effort.
And a little bit goes a long way, doesn't it?
Yeah, with a lot of concealers, you're like, blending it out.
To blend.
This is just creamy, it's easy.
Girl, do I look like I've slept now?
Oh,
I hope I do.
Welcome to the team of fake sleep. Never forget that inner corner. Thank you, Chloe Morello.
Oh, Chloe, love Chloe.
The dear Chloe corner.
She's such a sweetie.
I know, she's the best.
She is the best. So how long does this typically last? Like, would you say I was to put this on in the morning?
Yes.
What are we talking? Are we talking
all day?
All day? Oh,
all day.
Amazing.
So my problem today was that I didn't put it on in the morning because I felt like I could take over the world and just try something else. And then, 5 hours later, I was like, okay, back we go.
Aww.
So I just blended in the warm shade using my brush to make it a bit softer. Instead of drawing it onto the skin, let's just tap it onto the brush right here. I don't know where this comes from. I'm sleep deprived and suddenly I'm from France.
It's the Australian air. It does weird things to people.
It does. I've been trying to nail the Aussie accent. Well, see, that was very... I told my friends it turns into cheap British when you're not from here.
Have another go.
Look up for me, please. Go. There's a lot of air. And it's dragged out.
Oh.
See, that turned Canadian.
Yeah, see, we're getting closer though. People always absolutely hang it on me for how I say like to and go.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Are they being shady?
Constantly.
Constantly. Well, you better tell them. So I'm brushing on the I'm brushing on the lighter shade now.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite things to do is, since that product is in the brush anyways, instead of going in with additional product, I just kind of retexture the face. I'm like, we can add a little bit of lightness here, a little bit of here. So make sure you really get it in. And I heard from a little birdie, that little birdie is you, that another rescue trick people are asking for is how to set it. I forget it.
Yes.
So I think it's called sandwiching. I think that is the best trick.
Sandwiching?
Yeah,
Tell
so
us
you
about
take
that.
a powder. This is the Accomplice powder. This is such a good powder. Have you tried it?
So these two are like partners in crime a bit.
Yeah, they're brother and sister.
Oh, cool.
Or queen and king, however you want to look at it.
Queen and king, I like that.
Game of Thrones. I mean, Cersei and Jaime had no trouble doing that.
I'm still hurting from season 8.
Emilia Clarke, you deserve better.
She deserves so much better.
So even though I haven't set this with powder, it hasn't creased yet, which is
amazing.
Which is very, very, very that very.
Very, very, very.
She's very that very. So look up for me, please. But just to make sure that there's really very not very happening, I am making sure that all the creases are gone. Now this powder is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying that because I'm partnered with them, but this powder is phenomenal. It is Blur City.
Oh, neat.
So you pop this on and you're like, is there something on my contacts? Why is it blurry?
Kind of like Photoshop in a pan.
In a pan.
Would you say?
Yes, girl. Photoshop in a bottle, Photoshop in a pan.
Yeah, okay.
So usually I would set it with a damp sponge.
Damp sponge, yeah.
She hasn't arrived in Australia yet, so we're using
She hasn't arrived. She's stuck in customs.
Exactly.
It's fine.
Look up for one more second. I'm just making sure that the creases that aren't even there aren't even there.
Absolutely, go on.
So I dip in my puff into the powder. Look up for me, and I'm just gonna Set it and forget it, baby.
Oh, I love that.
Set it and forget it.
So, I see that this powder's got a tint to it. No, you pick it on my accent again.
It's my favorite. Boom, girl! Yes.
Is it? Oh my gosh. See, I can already see the viewfinder.
Blair City.
Blair City, that's what we need. So, is this a powder foundation?
No.
No.
It's a powder.
Like it's a tinted setting
with
powder.
magic unicorn blood in it.
Magic capabilities.
Yes.
Amazing.
And is it considered a foundation? No. Finishing powder.
So you couldn't use it straight up on its own?
I mean, you could. I mean, it looks damn good if you do.
It looks good.
It's not how they market it, but it's a possibility. And then I just used the puff or sponge underneath the eyes.
Yeah.
But for all other parts of the face, you don't need that, honey. You just need to listen. You're just gonna tame the shine. Shine is good, but you gotta tame it. Gotta show it.
And I've had my foundation for reference on since 6:30 this morning.
It still looks good.
What's the time now? Do we reckon 5:30 p.m.?
Girl, I don't even know what day it is.
Oh, you poor thing.
Oh, look at that. Oh, yes.
Oh, powder.
See, powder is our friend. Absolutely. I know a lot of people are afraid of powder, but I'm not.
Oh, I am so not afraid of powder.
Same.
I can't get enough powder.
Listen, I just came out of Singapore. Powder was my best friend.
Because the humidity there was crazy.
Oh,
right?
honey.
For any of you watching that aren't aware, it's winter here in Australia.
Which is the best part ever. Because it's so nice.
But it's not really, like your winter is like winter.
Winter.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It's
winter.
Winter, darling.
How cold does it get where you're from?
Like minus something.
Oh,
not always though, because
not in
climate change.
So we're powdering it everywhere now.
Yeah, because I get carried away. I'm like, oh, powder happy. I'm powder horny. Okay, so that is concealer powder done.
Amazing.
I dropped more concealer.
Yay! So I'm sure you guys learned a lot from that. We're going
I doubt it, really.
No, I'm sure that
people really we knew how to powder skin.
I think that they're probably just more excited that it's you. Just like me. I'm like, I don't care what you do. Like, we're just so happy that you're here.
Let's get a cocktail.
Yeah, I think someone should get them. So, we wanted to talk about contouring. That was another one of the most requested, most popularly asked, because I think people still,
struggle bus.
The difference, the line between the natural and the, oh my god, what have I done to my face?
The natural or the Nikkie Tutorials. So I think the number one problem a lot of people do is we go way too low with our contouring. Because you're like, well, let me follow the bone. I'm like, ignore the bone.
Ignore the bone.
Look at the picture here, okay?
Yeah. Well,
if you've got hooded eyelids, ignore the lines. Go above them.
Create your own lines.
Yeah. So it's the same with contouring and bronzing. So what I like to do is almost the spot where we highlight.
Yep.
Is where I bronze.
Okay.
I know it's crazy.
Yeah, alright.
I'm like creepily touching you now. I'm like, I know it's so crazy.
I was saying before, my hair, where did I get along?
I don't even want to know how dry it gets where you live.
Oh, I'm from Melbourne and
it's dry.
It's dry in winter. Like,
okay.
Dry. See, oily skin
Not
type.
going there.
What's good for me? I'm like, yes, I'm bathing in it.
Okay, so I have two bronzing options here. We have the Accomplice powder in the darkest shade, which is called Starlit.
That's beautiful. And it's got a bit of a shimmer sort of nearly to it.
Which I like, because it makes everything look more dewy and nice.
Yeah, natural.
And this is, of course, the Marc Jacobs bronzer in Tantastic.
Love the Omega bronzer.
So I'm just going to pick both, because when you have two of them, why choose one? So I pick up both, and, just as... So usually people would highlight starting, or contour starting here.
Yeah.
That's low.
Okay.
I would do it here.
Higher. Yeah.
So high. Because you know what? Bronzing is meant to, contouring and bronzing is meant to warm up the face and pull the features up.
Up, not down.
So why go down when you need to go up?
Yeah.
It's a question I ask myself a lot in life. Why go down when you need to go up?
Oh, I love that. I need to live by that, I feel.
Yes. Not just you, honey. A lot of people should live by that.
A lot of people need to.
So can you feel how high up
it does? It does feel a lot higher.
Does it make you feel uncomfortable? Be honest.
No, you'd be hard pressed to make me uncomfortable.
Because when I did that first, I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? But because I saw someone else do it, and I was like,
ooh, hello.
Another trick, never go. I'm gonna keep interrupting you.
No, you're
It's gonna be like Nikki interrupting Nikkia for 17 minutes straight. I do this to lift And another trick we should follow along is never go like further in than the center of your eye.
Center of your eye.
You can, and it probably looks good in a lot of cases, but I've been told that we shouldn't.
That we shouldn't.
So I followed along, and I'm here to pass it on. So high up, lift, and celebrate the cheeks, honey.
So which ones are? Oh yes, the accomplice one. Oh, you're just dipping in both.
Yep.
Yeah.
I always do that. I'm like mixing and matching. Nice.
Oh, we're bronzy.
Yeah. Like I never stop. I'm like, keep coming at me with the questions. I keep bronzing. Tell me more. Tell me more.
Do you carry the contour down onto the underneath the jawline?
Yes, because I just got red off camera that I never do. So we're doing it now.
Oh, we're doing it today. So this obviously like tightens up the chin and everything and just makes it more angular.
Yeah, Facetune is an option.
I need a constant Facetune. So you like to bronze the tip of the nose?
Oh yes, honey, concluded.
Wrap
it up and conclude the bronzing session by hitting the tip of the nose and call it a day.
Wrap it up and move on.
Wrap it up and keep it up.
I know another thing a lot of people do is like they'll carry their contouring like onto their eyes.
Yeah, that's an option.
Bronzer everywhere and just sort of marry it all in.
Yeah.
I haven't got a mirror, but I can.
Do you want to demonstrate?
Oh, show me.
Mirror. Don't be afraid. Oh.
Ooh.
Is that a good ooh?
Yeah, no. I like it higher. I do like it higher.
You've never tried it higher?
No. I mean, I sort of probably do it like the teensiest little bit lower than that. But it does lift the face.
Supermodel cheeks.
Is this as deep as it goes, or?
Is this as deep as it goes? Yes.
Deep as it goes? Yeah. Excuse me.
Team? Team someone?
So, I'm just taking a little bit and a little bit through. Queen of oily eyelids over here.
Oh, queenie of sleep-deprived eyelids.
You look incredible. For a sleep-deprived human, you look incredible. Oh, yeah, see, I love that. I'm quite finicky about bronzers as eyeshadows. This is beautiful.
Oh, that is pretty.
Like, it's just so quick and simple. One of the other questions a lot of people were asking was lining the lips.
Oh, lining lips.
Lining lips. Now, I feel like lining lips... Everybody does it differently.
It is hard, huh? As I'm just touching up my makeup excessively. It is hard. A little trick I have for that is, see what I like to do? Do we have the photos over here? I love it.
Here's one I prepared earlier.
Look at that.
So they now, shades.
Yeah, so they have a new shade.
2 shades, yeah.
Tantalize. Do you?
Yep.
These are incredible. You don't even have to set them, but you know.
It's a good idea.
Because I like to be Tin Man himself. I do set them, and there's this new. Well, of course I use my OFRA highlighters. Of course.
Do you know it's in my makeup bag? I've got it
Proud
here.
mother.
I've got it here.
It's like the winning combo.
It's so good.
Yeah.
You absolutely nailed that.
Thank you. Thanks.
So the dewdrops.
The dewdrops.
How would you apply them? Sort of, how would you go about getting the...
So, in order to do the lip trick, we actually need highlighter.
Oh, perfect. So
what I like to do is I pick up a little bit.
Yeah, on the back of the hand.
And I pop it on top of the lip. Just on the cupid's bow.
Cupid's bow. Oh, it smells good. Coconut.
Right, coconut. Just on the cupid's bow, so it gets me shine. Now, a little trick is when you look in the mirror and you see where the shine sort of stops. Just above it is how far you can go with your liner.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So get your highlighters at home, brush it on, and then look in the mirror, and then wherever you see the light stop, just right there, a little bit above it, is how far you can go with it.
All right, cool. So,
which is sort of like the technique I
See, my problem is, so you get powder happy, and I do get powder happy, but I get highlighter happy.
You get highlighter happy.
Something shocking, and then I literally have to get like foundation on a sponge and low-key tape it down a bit.
I live
I just want to roll in it, like I can't help myself.
No, and why should you?
Why should you?
Human sugar is a good one.
So are these some of your favorite shades?
Yes, so these pencils are incredible.
Yeah.
Like you barely have to do anything.
Super creamy.
So I'm just going to do the top for you to show you how far we can go. Some luscious lips, mama.
Oh, too fun.
Lip liner has made such a comeback. I love it so much. Yeah, this is how far. I want you to see how far up I go. Pretty far up.
Bum bum bum.
Uh-oh.
No. Oh no, that's probably about what I do.
Oh, good. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh, that's a really pretty colour.
Do you want a gloss?
Yeah, give us a gloss.
Oh my God, can you show me my favorite gloss?
Yes.
I literally put this on my entire existence.
Show us. What is this?
Cream and sugar.
Oh, I feel like that's a similar name to what that lip liner was. Like sugar.
What's that called? Honey bun.
Oh, honey bun.
Honey bun.
Honey bun.
Sugar. Very frosty and glamorous.
Oh.
We love a good glam moment.
It's minty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it smells good.
Do you like that?
I love
She's
that.
like, I'm allergic to
No. Anaphylaxis. But no.
And I go, okay, we're leaving. I never get this.
Goodbye.
She wanted this.
Like candy canes.
Candy canes. Yeah. Like winter in Australia.
Which is 25 degrees.
Yeah. Which is still very flippin' hot.
How hot was it in Singapore?
Unbearable.
Unbearable.
Like
Not even a number.
Not even a number. Sweaty.
Sweaty.
Stinky.
Love that for you.
Thanks. Didn't love it for myself, but thanks.
Oh,
do you like?
Oh, I can keep that, right?
Yeah, it's yours. Yeah. Do you want the liner? It's yours too.
I'm gonna take that.
Let me get the
that
lid.
is beautiful.
Do you want the concealer?
Why not?
Yeah.
Yep.
We're giving away.
We can do some wear tests. Oh, that looks gorgeous.
Oh, she's doing a wear test. Oh my God.
It's happening. All right. Well, I've just jumped off camera real quick and put some highlighter on. I am glowing. I am glowing. Just wanted to say a massive thank you to Nikki for being here. Like I said, it's such an honor. It's truly such an honor. And thank you to all of you for asking. Like there was thousands and thousands and thousands of questions from people, and I'm not going through them like, oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
We chose the most popular ones, so I'm sure that you guys have learned something.
I hope so.
Oh, how could I not? It's Nikkie Tutorials. You're kidding, right? But no, massive thank you to Nikki, and we wish you well on all of your travels. And
thank you.
We hope you come back to Australia
Of
soon.
course.
We love having you here.
I love being here.
Yay. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And I will see you all in my next video. You will not, but I will see you all in my next video. All right, guys. Bye.